What Young India Wants. While this book covers a wide range of topics, there are some some guidelines or common themes I follow. I either comment on the system or on society. A system changes with better policies. Society changes with better values. I have a bias toward youth-based issues. As most of India is young, corruption, education, secularism are the topics I focus on the most. And even though some people may find it preposterous, I often propose solutions in any writings. That is because if I offer no solutions, then all I am doing is rating. We must always suggest a way out. However simplistic it may be, it is more positive attitude towards life. I believe India has major problems. However, I also believe they can be fixed. Thank you for reading this long letter. Next chapter. Our society. For any lasting change to happen in the country, society has to change in terms of its behavior, attitudes, and values. It is easy, even fun, to blame politicians for every wrong in the nation. However, politicians only reflect what society thinks. Thus, a big focus area for me has been my commentary on Indian society. This isn't easy, as I am asking my readers to themselves take responsibility for some of the problems. However, it is necessary. In adding values to life, I introduce the concept and need for the common Indian values that we lack. In beginning, rich, being good. In being rich, being good, I compare Western society with ours, and I see if they are really as bad as we think them to be. In the great Indian society, in the great Indian social network, I talk about the way our industry is organized around nepotism and connections. In in Don't worry, be happy. I try to inspire Indian women. I hope you will get a better understanding of Indian society after you read this section. Adding values to life. What should an average Indian live, work, and survive for in her or his life? People always People always talk about how we should respect and uphold Indian culture and abide by Indian values. So, what is culture exactly? Our culture isn't just our food, arts, and traditions. In broader sense, culture de- defines us. who we are as people, how we aim to live our lives, what sort of behavior is acceptable or unacceptable, and who should be rewarded or punished according to so social norms. Most important, our culture contains the in, implicit rules by which we live our values. Just as an example, one might say the United States values wealth, competition, individualism, and religion. These pretty much constitute the essence of American society and culture. When we think of Indian values, we normally think of personal values such as family, religion, and respect for elders. However, ask some to agriculture Indian community value and there won't be a clear answer. Do we people do we value wealth or education? Do we value democracy, where people have a greater say in how they are governed, governed, go, governed, governed, or do we believe in power in the hands of a select few to whom the laws don't apply? Do we value honestly or do we value getting the job done anyhow? Do we believe in fig- figurely or do we want to show off our wealth? Do we value our local communities or do we value being part of India? These questions have no easy answers and there are conflicting responses to any of these in the India we see around us today. Scholars unable to account for this conflict make profound statements such as there are many Indians within India. Some romantic types even call this the beauty of India. Everything is unpredictable. I called it confusion. Values cannot be unpredictable. They are consistent even in the violent times. Indian society has spent a long time living with a modern set of values, and what we are hoping for is a values clarification, especially for the new generation. A clear set of values helps to tell people what the purpose of their lives is and what is worth working for. Values tell people what is good and important. They blind they bind society. Social scientists believe that without values, a society could disintegrate, a risk of a risk often present in India. Religious heads believe that without values, human life is meaningless, and all worldly pleasure will not lead to any satisfaction. Yes, a lack of set of good values is why scams happen, nepotism exists, and why the government doesn't care about its people.